Hello and welcome to this live interaction with me, Ashish Parekh, and today we're going to be talking about the topic that is all over social media. Everyone's talking about it, whether the ban on those 118 Chinese apps which the Indian government allowed is legitimate or not. And while that discussion is there for itself, there is one particular a separate discussion stemming out of this entire fact which has engulfed entire social media, given the fact that the game that has also been banned as part of these 118 other apps that have been banned is none other than PUBG, which is one of the most popular games in India. In fact, by far the most popular mobile game in the country, and the ban on that has had a lot of players coming out, a lot of people who play it coming out and expressing their views all over social media, and that is exactly what we'll be talking about. And the topic that I'll be talking about today is the PUBG ban and how big its impact will be. Well, before we start talking about how big the impact of the ban will be, or how big all of these other factors would be, let's just talk about how big PUBG itself is and how that makes this entire ban much more significant. We're looking at 734 million total global downloads and 175 million downloads in India alone. Speaking about the revenue, PUBG's global revenue is around 3,208.8 million US dollars, and it is the 8th most successful game of all time as far as revenue is concerned. Additionally, during coronavirus, its popularity peaked even further. A lot of people were working remotely, staying at home, and they downloaded PUBG as well, and they started playing this particular game as well. Given that fact, let's talk about July, when the virus was at its peak and the lockdowns were also enforced. PUBG's revenue in July was a massive 208.8 million US dollars, and it was by far the most popular game, mobile game in the entire world, and it saw a 10.8% year-on-year rise as far as the last July is concerned. So all these facts clearly go on to show that this particular game has been soaring in popularity, and in fact in the past 7 months itself it has doubled its lifetime revenue by around it has increased to more than $3 billion worldwide, and that goes on to show the kind of impact that this game is having, and also the fact that it is dictating the way games are played these days, and it has really brought esports into the picture as far as Indian audience is concerned. One of the reasons why this apps in fact was banned is because it is called a Chinese app, but a lot of people don't really realize that the non-mobile version of the game, that is the PUBG PC, is actually Korean made and Korean owned, and it is the least played version in India. A lot of people play PUBG on their mobile phones, the PUBG main version and the PUBG Lite version, and that of course is owned by Chinese company Tencent, and that has brought it under the line of fire as far as the Indian government is concerned. And this is not the first time that Chinese applications have been banned. This is in fact the third instance of the government banning Chinese applications, and PUBG was always under discussion whether the government will ban it, whether the government will not ban it, and finally the government has gone ahead and banned it. Yes, so India of course is one of the countries, one of the biggest markets for PUBG, in fact emerging as the biggest market over the past few months, and this is not the first country which has banned PUBG. Iraq, Jordan, Nepal, countries like these have also banned PUBG, but that does not really matter because India is a much larger market for PUBG, and also for people PUBG is a much bigger part of their lives in India as compared to these other countries where it has been banned. In India, you have 50 million active viewers and around 13 million new viewers clocking every single day for PUBG, going on to show how popular this particular application is. And to speak more about this particular ban and the sort of impact it's going to have on not just PUBG players but also on esports community, I have with me one of the people who would be able to give us much more better insight than most of the people. I have with me the owner and founder of Marcos Gaming, Mr. Sudhir Kulria. Sudhir, first of all, thank you for joining us. Of course, this is something that might have come as a massive shocker for not just the PUBG playing community but also for the esports community in general, because PUBG without a doubt is by far one of the most popular mobile games in the world. So as someone who's so closely associated with the game, how do you view this? How do you view this ban, and what do you make of the government's decision?
Well, obviously, first of all, it was a shocking news for all of us. But suddenly we realized that it's all about the security of the nation, and we respect the government decision. But the thing is, not I think right for Indochina and all the things are going on right now. So we are also trying to get more news about this, more information about this, and but right now I can't see anything. I mean, we don't have any clue what will gonna happen. So we are trying to get meetings, and all the things are going on all around. So we are getting this. I mean, all the information as much as we can. But it's just all about the security of the nation. So we respect the government decision right now.
You're talking about the national security being on the forefront. Yes, the government is also talking about that. This, of course, is a Chinese application, and a lot of people have been talking about how Chinese applications end up giving out information to the Chinese government. Yes, of course, there is no hardcore evidence of that, but a lot of this is based on the conjecture that applications are bound to give out information or data to their governments. So, that was about the government decision that we were talking about. Now, let's talk about PUBG in general. A lot of games have come and gone. A lot of games have been played by Indians, but nothing has captured the imagination of Indian teenagers and youngsters. The way PUBG has. It has changed the entire esports ecosystem in India. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what it looks like, because a lot of young kids, they buy mobile thinking about whether they can play PUBG on it or not. Because you had a lot of people being satisfied with a 2 GB RAM phone or a 4 GB RAM phone. Now everyone's looking forward to buying a 6 GB RAM phone. Why? Because they want to play PUBG on it. Because their primary focus of theirs is to be able to pay, to play PUBG lag free. So how do you think this has changed the entire ecosystem of esports in India?
Obviously, it's changed a lot when PUBG was introduced in India. So main esports, I think, just was started from there only, and they have Dota was there, and PC game was there, but people were not taking that much about the esports, and I don't think there were a future of esports just 1.5 year ago. So when PUBG came, it's all about the esports. Kids are like searching for esports, and they are also thinking that we can make a future in esports. So it's a huge market right now in India, and upcoming years it's 2021. So these things are going on. I mean, in a huge amount of esports doing right now in India, and PUBG one of the main you can say that main part of this esports right now in India. So yes, according to that, it's quite. I mean I can't say anything right now. It's huge market in India for PUBG.
The sentiments, given the fact that you've been dealt with a shocker, given the fact that how PUBG has changed this entire conversation around esports. Speaking about PUBG, let's just drift up a bit and talk about esports as a career. Yes, PUBG has of course triggered some sort of a change or the way people look at esports. But I'm pretty sure ever since all of these games started coming out, a lot of kids in fact are excited about esports, and not just excited, not just something that they can play when they're free, when they're done with their studies, but esports has now become a career that a lot of people are choosing, and a lot of people are dropping out of colleges to in fact pursue their career in esports. So what do you make of this new change, and where do you see India is headed in this direction? Because of course, I have a data which also says that just this June, Indian team Orange Rock, which won the PUBG Mobile Pro League also, which is a huge deal. So all of these things are happening. Indian players are going abroad and winning. So esports is becoming a career option, right?
Right. That's the I think in end of the 2020 it will gonna huge market in India, right, for esports, and lots of other game are coming up like Free Fire, CODM, and Valorant. They are taking more much eyes in India for esports market. So lots of things are coming up. We are also planning in different games Free Fire, Dota, and all the things. So we are looking at that. So it's not just only PUBG, but yeah, right now it's all about the PUBG, because it's more the interface of PUBG is more real. So that's why people are interacting to PUBG, and it's more interesting to people. So this is a huge, I think, market for upcoming years in esports for India.
Of course. Sudhir, now also one of the things which I was very curious about, and of course a lot of people will also be curious about, is how do people who play games make money? Of course, you got this classic question coming in from parents as well, who of course will be like, beta games se kaise paisa kamaoge? That is something that a lot of people, a lot of parents have that sort of a mentality. And also, of course, this is a natural question that would come up when someone says that they want to pursue career in esports. So how exactly does a person who is into esports earn money? What are the various streams? What are the various avenues through which money comes in?
Oh, so all the players get salary on monthly basis. That's will different from different org. They will offer to player the salary, and there is also a cut off from winning prize that will be maybe that's depend on the org basically how much they wanna give to the players. So basic is a salary for all the players. They will get the salary, and according to the experience they will get much higher amount. So there is a career in the esports right now, and we are trying to like introduce lots of other things. We are working on the education as well, so we can approach to players to get and complete their education as well. So we are it's just a beginning, you can say, that in esports for India.
So,
So
like you've been
let's
saying,
hope
yeah,
for the best.
yes, it is at its nascent stage. So, let's wrap this discussion up with one last question, Sudhir. What are the alternatives to PUBG right now? Yes, people who are into esports, of course, will have a lot of idea about the other games. Just, if you could list out 4 or 5 other games that we can possibly look at, because a lot of people watching would, of course, be playing PUBG and are now worried as to what exactly do they do once PUBG is banned. So, any other 4 or 5 other games which, can be seen as alternatives, which are just as interesting, just as challenging as PUBG?
Yeah, there is a like Free Fire, Valorant. Valorant is getting a huge response from the audience, from all over the world and also from the India. So Valorant is the main thing in upcoming year, like we can say in 2021. So Valorant is the main game for PUBG rather than PUBG. So we can there are, I think, Free Fire, Valorant, CODM. So these are 3 4 games we can say that apart from PUBG is there for esports players and esports, like who wanna get the career in wanna make the career in the esports. So yes.
Thank you, Sudhir, so much for your time. And that was Sudhir Kulria, who is the owner and founder of Marcos Gaming, which of course supports all of these young upcoming budding talents as far as esports are concerned, and of course PUBG is also concerned. So we clearly got an insight into the world of esports and how big a ban on PUBG is, what the community exactly thinks, and that is the sentiments as far as the game playing community in India is concerned. So do let us know what you guys think in the comment section below, and also don't forget to subscribe to News9 on all digital platforms, and also remember, stay home, stay safe, and yes, keep the gaming buttons on and look out for the games that you can play. Take care.